Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of VIVE Bites. I'm Yu-kai Chou, and today we're going to talk about my favorite gadget, the VIVE Flow again. And one of the very common complaints I hear on the internet is that the VIVE Flow is very expensive, especially if you compare it to, for instance, the Quest 2. People are saying that, hey, look, the Quest 2 can do what the VIVE Flow does, but it's cost less. So there's a few very important points I want to address, and I think you should seriously consider. The first thing is, if you remove the Quest 2 from the VR market, you'll see that the VIVE Flow is still actually one of the cheapest headsets you can find. So a lot of people compare this to $800 headsets, $1,100 headsets. And of course, with different pricing, you'll have different specs. So VIVE Flow, if you compare to most of the VR headsets, almost all of the VR headsets in the market, it's actually on the lower side of pricing. A very important factor is that HTC does not have an advertising model. HTC, we make hardware, we make services, we deliver good quality, and we would like to cover our costs and hopefully make a small profit on top of the hardware that we make. When you look at other companies that rely on advertisement, it's a different story, because if you've watched The Social Dilemma, which is a great show, I really recommend you check it out. It talks about, for a lot of advertisement models, the consumer is actually the product and the advertisers are the customers. So as the companies subsidize their product for consumers to use, they're actually selling that as a package to the advertisers. And so we at HTC, again, we view our customers as the people who buy our hardware, who buy our products, and we respect our patrons. And I think that's very important. Yes, there's a cost to that, but I think it's about how you value your dignity. If you feel like, hey, it doesn't matter if you are part of that product and advertisers get to access all types of information about you, to reach you and give you what they consider relevant promotions, then that's totally fine. But if you feel like, hey, no, I just want to have a simple transaction where I pay money to a company that respects me and gives me a product that I can fully enjoy, that level of dignity makes you a customer that HTC really respects and appreciates. Now, why is the Quest 2 priced as the Quest 2? Well, Oculus announces that they'll be losing $10 billion in 2021 alone. And so you can see that they are heavily losing money with their headsets and their business. No other VR business can afford to do the strategy of losing $10 billion a year just to get market share, just to get in people's homes so they can have user base. Something like this is good for consumers in the short run. People can get something much cheaper as it's subsidized by the business. However, the playbook is that in the long run, if this company becomes the only dominant player in the space, then they can charge whatever they want or do whatever they want to do, right? And so that is just dependent on how much trust you have for this company. Putting that argument aside, it's important to see that the VIVE Flow can actually do a lot of things that the Quest 2 cannot do, because again, it is fully optimized for portability and comfort. Just with this one example, right? I like to demonstrate how I can just hang this VR headset onto my shirt and I can just put it on. Yes, I have to connect it to my phone or a power bank, but I use my phone for the controller and I put my phone in my pocket. It's very convenient and easy, and I can take it off very easily. I can put it back on my shirt. You cannot do that with the Quest 2. This means that I can take the VIVE Flow to so many different places that I can't really take the Quest 2 to. I can watch, and I have watched movies on the train before. I have watched short clips or Netflix episodes when I'm on the Uber. When I'm on my bed, just lying there, just watching some casual things, I'm definitely happier than using any other headset out there. If I'm on a plane, I would definitely want to use the VIVE Flow over other headset. So this is fully optimized on comfort and portability. And another important thing to recognize is, again, this is not a gaming headset. This is a media consumption headset. Just like lots of people, when they use their tablets, they use it for media consumption, watching shows, watching movies, and tablet is $600, right, or more. And lots of people don't buy hardware for gaming, but they buy $600 or $800 tablets so they can watch media. And then we convert that to a lot of the brain training, mindfulness type of content that I think is very useful, very important, and how easy you can get into the VR world is so critical. I think another important thing is if you want to use VR in business meetings, the VIVE Flow allows you to just quickly slip it on, plug it in, go to VIVE Sync, and you're in the business meeting. It's very fast, very easy. And I believe that the success of having business meetings in VR and also just the metaverse in general will be determined by how easy it is to just quickly jump into the VR world. If you had a phone where you need a minute and a half to actually start using it, it doesn't matter how powerful that phone is for most people, right? Because the phone is also about portability and where you can use it, and it's very convenient. Now, if you have a phone where you can just start using in 1 second, even if the specs are not as high compared to the phone you need to unlock for a minute and a half, more people will use that. I can guarantee you that. And so when I use the VIVE Flow, I'm very happy. I find myself using it more and more every single day. When we talk about resolution, one important thing also is to think about pixel density, because the pixel density of the VIVE Flow is actually quite high. And this is why you'll see people, when they see the specs, they'll say, hey, the resolution, maybe not as strong as the more expensive VR headsets or whatnot. But when they put it on, you'll see that, hey, this is good, this is quality, this is nice. And you'll see other YouTubers, they'll just say like, but I just want to note the resolution is this, it's not the highest, but I really enjoy it, it's really nice. So that's what you see people say, right? When you consider the pixel density, it is a really good experience, a really good product. This is why I think VIVE Flow is really worth how much it's priced at. It's a tablet, but cheaper and more immersive, more amazing. You get to watch these in VR in a personal theater as opposed to a little screen on your hands. And therefore, I love using it. People around me, like the people I know who got it, also love it. And I fully recommend you try it out for yourself and see that, hey, if it really changes your lifestyle, improves how you live your life, your quality of life, then I think it absolutely is worth the price of $500. So I'd love to see you guys try it out and let me know if you like it as much as I do. And with that said, I will see you guys next time. This is Yu-kai Chou signing off.